Hello everyone, can you hear us? Hello community, can you hear me? Can you hear us? Just to check, are we audible? Am I audible? Okay, just a quick question, guys. Am I audible? Just type in a yes. Okay, cool. I'm audible. Okay. Just making sure, hopefully my voice is audible over the music. We will be starting now. So firstly, welcome to the Freshers Orientation, and more importantly, welcome to PES University. I know this isn't the orientation that you guys would have probably hoped for, but trust me, we are here to make a bang and we are here to put on a show. So just before we start, I would like to just give an advisory of sorts. There is a 10-second lag between when I say something or show something and when it actually appears on your screen. So just keep a note of that. Okay, someone wants me to speak softer. Okay, I shall do that. Okay, so yeah, this is 10-second lag, and we will be having a question answer session towards the end. So hopefully do try to keep your questions towards the end. Okay, so with that, let us begin. So here is a brief list of what we'll be covering in today. We're going to talk about what exactly the club is about, the core principles, the objectives, the activities, and finally, what you guys want to know about the recruitment and the domains. And finally, the question answer session. We also have the two surprises that we had lined up, if you guys remember, and we will be showing you those two surprises today. So let's begin. So I'm sure all of us would have had some kind of dilemma when we entered college, right? College is very, very different from what school is, and I'm sure all of us would have had a lot of queries. And not just queries, all of us would have had a lot of ideas. I mean, when we go about our daily lives, you'd have had multiple ideas to implement something. You'd have had multiple ideas, you'd have probably seen something in your everyday life, and you'd have been like, okay, I should probably do something for this. I should do something for that. And, you'll be like, okay, I have this idea. Now, what do I do with this idea? You have an idea could literally change the world. Think about all the ideas that have come before, from social media websites to information websites and so on. I mean, even Tinder at one level is an idea, right? Your idea could potentially change the world, and you should not get rid of the idea that you have. And there's with ideas there comes domains, and I'm pretty sure all of us would have heard these terms: machine learning, app development, AI, deep learning, web dev, and so on. I'm sure some of us don't even know what these terms mean. I mean, how many of you actually use these terms on a daily basis while talking to your friends? And you'll probably be like, hey, you know what? I'm probably going to work in machine learning. Or, you know what? App dev is extremely fun and I'm really want to make an app for this. But then you realize I can't really make an app because I don't really know what this means. Or machine learning, how do machines actually learn? What does happen? I mean, how can a machine learn? In second grade, you probably heard that machines don't have any kind of senses. So how do they learn? Well, we're going to cover everything and much more. And finally, some of you already might know how to code. I mean, some of you have been coming from a CS background, but irrespective of that, everyone wants to be a part of something big. I mean, I'm sure everyone here wants to collaborate, wants to be a part of one big family, wants to be in a place where they belong. And you want to work together, implement those ideas, work in these domains, and finally build something big. And this is exactly what the club is about. If you have ever had any of these thoughts in your mind, then trust me, you are in the right place. And formally, welcome to HackerSpace. So this is exactly what the club is about. This is exactly what we're trying to do. And then let's just, tackle a common misconception. And we are not a hacking club. A lot of people, peers, everyone thinks that we are a hacking club, and I get it. I mean, I do get it. The name hack in hackerspace kind of gives off the wrong notion that we are a hacking club. But the issue is a lot of people don't know what a hackerspace actually means, and they just think that just because the word hack is present, it sort of becomes a hacking club. But guess what? You are wrong. A hackerspace is a community where people just get together and they work on common interests. It's where people get together, they meet and work on stuff like coding, machine technology, and so on. They socialize, get together, have fun, and so on. This is exactly what a hackerspace is. Yes, a hackerspace can be used for hacking, but a hackerspace does not refer to hacking. So, yes, I would say that the word hackerspace is a very good name for the club because this is exactly what we are trying to build. So, who exactly are we? So, Hackerspace is a community driven development club which is based in PES University RR campus. A few of you might have a few questions regarding does it mean that we don't exist in EC campus? No, we don't have a team in EC campus, but all our events do take place across all campuses. That is, irrespective of which campus you are in, you are free to take part in all our events and everything else. You are free to take part in everything that we do. The club is actually quite new. The club was actually formed just in 2019. And in fact, this is actually around the anniversary month that we are kind of going through. Way back in January 2019, the club was first formed, and it was actually formed by my batch, that is the batch of 22. And since then, Hackerspace has grown to become one of the largest developer communities that we have seen. So, the reason I kind of gave an emphasis on the word community is because all our activities are for the community. All our activities are not only organized by the community, but they're also for the community. We believe in collective growth, participation, and everything else. We are basically trying to create a platform. This platform is for everyone to get together, interact, communicate, work with one another, build, and help each other grow. Basically, at Hackerspace, everyone is part of one big community. So the club basically wants to inspire a very development-oriented community within the campus itself. And we promote community-powered development. And as I mentioned, the community drives the club. And since the community drives the club, we decide to choose the core principle of the club to be community powered development. This is the core principle that runs the club. Behind the club, everything that we do is for the community and for the community alone. The community drives us and we drive the community. Community is always first. And that is why we believe that at Hackerspace, we're not just a club, we're more than a club. In fact, at Hackerspace, we are a community. So there are a few questions that have popped up, and I can see a few of the mentors answering the questions. So I'm just going to quickly put them up on the screen so that you guys will be able to sort of see what we're talking about here. Yes, we will be coming to questions very, very soon. Okay, so moving on, we have the club's objectives. I know a lot of you might not be interested in the club objectives because it sounds like a very formal thing, but basically we are trying to create a development-oriented community as we spoke about. We want the community to take part and develop cool applications using code to work together and build nice applications that can actually benefit everyone. Now, where does this collaboration actually take place? It takes place on a platform where everyone can communicate, and that is the platform we are trying to create. There is no such platform that exists within the campus, and we are trying to create exactly that. And finally, we know a lot of you aren't really, experienced when it comes to a lot of domains. You guys don't really know how to get into any particular activity, and for that particular reason, we've got our particular sessions which will teach you, and therefore we also train and build skills that are required to basically build projects in the various domains. And finally, as an icing on the cake, we have open source contributions where we promote people to take part and build projects. So now let's move on to the club activities. Now, this is something a lot of you will be interested to know about because when it comes to a club, this is primarily the selling point of a club, I could say. So let's talk about the club activities, and you guys will be really interested to know that we have 6 major types of activities that will keep you occupied literally all session long. So let's go into the details one by one. Hackerspace sessions. Well, I would say Hackerspace sessions are a legacy event organized for the first time way back in like January 2019. It was the first thing that Hackerspace had offered. So a lot of people, don't really know what the domains are about and don't really have the conceptual experience to know about all these things. And that is why we have sessions that basically offer as conceptual strongholds to teach you about the concepts. For example, if you are in a machine learning session, we will probably teach you some stuff about machine learning. If you're in, let's say, a Linux workshop or session, we will teach you about that. And so on. It's basically that. We teach you the concepts behind a particular domain so that you can implement these concepts when you code. You don't have to go write in and copy paste code from Stack Overflow because you know how it works. So moving on to the next one, we have discussions. So discussions is a one-of-a-kind event that we have here. And I would say some of you might already know what discussions are because you guys would have attended a few of the Hackerspace discussions that we had. And if you guys remember, one of the Hackerspace discussions wasn't taken up by Team Hackerspace. It was taken up by one member from your community. It was taken up by your batch. And I'm talking about the distributed systems discussion, which brings me to my main point. Discussions aren't held by a team. Discussions do not have to be taken up by Team Hackerspace. If you want to talk about something, if you are passionate about something, if you really, really want to talk about something and spread whatever you know, trust me, come to us and we will hold a discussion for you. It's an informal talk organized by any members of the community, just a free flow of ideas. The community is taking part in a discussion. It's beautiful and it helps in a lot of good discussions. And we believe discussions are a great way forward. In fact, discussions are new and were recently launched this semester. And finally, workshops. We can't really forget workshops. Workshops help you guys build small scale projects. Every single thing that we cover in session is finally converted into a workshop where you not only learn to sort of, not only learn the concepts, but you also learn to put concepts into code, which is extremely important when you go out there. So it's not just about learning how to, build, learning the algorithms or learning the concepts behind it, but it's also learning how you exactly put it out into lines and lines of code. And finally, contests. I guess this is kind of self-explanatory, but let me just go over it again. Contests are basically competitive events that we hold. Contests help us kind of get an idea of the batch. They also do help us find future recruitments and help us recruit others. So contests are important, and if you do take part in contests, you might find yourself a place on Team Hackerspace. So contests are different, and each domain does have a different kind of contest to it. Um, I would say, like, for example, the machine learning contests that we hold involve you making machine learning models and submitting these models, and we kind of like test your model out to see how your model is doing. And if you're probably doing a web dev contest, you would probably, design a nice website, and we would grade you based on the website you have made. So yeah, contests are heavily domain specific and they differ a lot. Contests help you kind of put yourself in the batch, and you guys can find out how you guys actually do in the batch. Okay, so moving on to another very, very fun thing, open source projects. So for all of you who do not exactly know what open source is, open source basically refers to kind of freely available software available on the internet. I mean, a lot of people get together and work on this particular software and just give it out for free, where people can get together, work on the same thing, and make the software kind of better. This is a very hard definition of what open source is, but you will understand more when you actually start getting into it. Hackerspace does offer open source projects, and the best part about open source projects is we do not have to come up with them. You guys can start them whenever you want. If you have an idea, you want to convert it into an open source project, you know where to be. Just pitch your idea to us, we will think about it, and we will definitely try to convert your idea into an open source project. In fact, one of the things that we are going to show up today is an open source project, and you're going to see it soon. Okay, so a lot of you first years especially might be wondering, what exactly do we do in the summer? Because summer, I mean, okay, probably not for your batch, because you guys might not have a vacation, but we will definitely try. But in the summer, Hackerspace does offer a summer internship kind of project. Basically, for 2 months, participants or members, they can get together and combine together and kind of like form a team to work on something. So they get together and work on any kind of project of either their choice or a mentor's choice. And finally, they work on for 2 months. There are regular checks. The mentors guide them through the entire project. And finally, at the end of it, there is a project display where you will get to show off the project that you made to your entire batch. So another point to note, the summer internship project was extremely successful this year. In fact, a lot of the projects that you will see are from the summer internship project, as well as most of the mentors are chosen from the best performers of the summer internship project. So does the internship help with a resume? I have received a question. Well, if you can add a 2-month substantial project to your, let's say, GitHub and so on, then trust me, it will help. In fact, you will see some of the projects today. You will see some of the projects like very soon, actually, and you will see how amazing they are. Trust me, if you can talk about such a project, it is crazy and insane. So I'm going to answer a few questions before I move on to our surprise reveal. So someone has asked, when is it starting in EC campus? Well, as I said, all our events are open to all campuses. You do not have to belong to a certain campus to actually take part in a certain event. But the team that operates Hackerspace is from RR campus, but we are definitely looking into forming a team in South campus. But don't worry, regardless of your campus, you will be able to take part in every single event that we have. In fact, even the summer internship project was open to both campuses. So basically, we do not look into campus or any other details, your branch, your GPA, nothing matters. We just take you in if you're interested. All we want is your passion to grow. So moving on to the other question, moving on now because a few questions have already been answered. Okay, so quickly, let's us look at the surprise reveal that we have. So before we start off, I would like you guys to actually post in what the surprise could be. Start posting what you think the surprise could be. Come on. Any guesses for the surprise? Okay, no, that is not the surprise. Is it a blog? Well, not now. A free course. Everything is free at Hackerspace. Okay, so let us move on. Okay, this is kind of like my favorite answer so far. A project made by the Hackerspace community. Well, all our projects are made by the Hackerspace community. Well, unfortunately, I cannot get Elon Musk here, but if I could, trust me, I would. And as I said, I cannot organize a party for you all, but trust me, Hackerspace is as fun as a party, as long as you want it to be. No. Don't you read the news, man? Okay, so let us move on to what the surprise exactly is, and I'm pretty sure all of you will be blown away. So hold your breath. We are going to start revealing the surprise. So all of you said it would be a giveaway. Some of you said cash prize, and some of you even said it would be probably a brand new event that we were gonna launch, right away. Well, you know what? I'm gonna give it to you. It is everything plus more. So any last guesses what this could be? It's a giveaway. It's also an event. Software keys. Okay, that's a nice, nice one. Okay, so I am gonna give it to you guys in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and get ready to witness for the first time ever the Hackerspace Hackathon, a 24-hour annual hackathon that is going to start this time. More details will be coming soon. Trust me, you do not want to miss this one. We have already started planning it, and we hope all of you will be there. Trust me, it will be beginner friendly. We are primarily targeting it for your batch. So do be there. Trust me, we are gonna create one huge hell of a madness. Okay, so this is the hackathon. Let us move on and talk about something all of you have been asking or kind of spamming in the chat by now. How do we get into the club? Well, as I said, Hackerspace is an open community. There is no test, no screening, no interview, nothing to join the club. There's absolutely nothing at all. We do not look at your GPA. We do not look at your branch. We do not look at your campus. We do not look at your resume. We do not look at any kind of aptitude test. Nothing. All you have to do is go visit that link, bit.ly, Hackerspace Discord, and boom, you're in. That is it. You are part of Hackerspace. as long if you just click on that link and join the Discord community. So I will not be answering any questions regarding the hackathon right now, for obvious reasons. Okay, so that was just the community. What about the other teams that actually, you know, make Hackerspace what Hackerspace actually is? And guess what? We have a team, and we will be showing you who the team actually is. Well, we recruit mentors from the second and third year batches only. Now, the reason we recruit mentors from the second and third year batches is because we need people with domain experience. We need people who want to, who want to actually offer what they know and offer all the knowledge that they have and help everyone grow. And this is why we select people from second and third year only. Remember that these tests, the way we recruit is not simple. Just an advisory, there is a very rigorous selection round for the mentor and the core, for the mentor and the core positions. Uh, in fact, all the mentors you see here have gone through 2 to 3 rounds of selections just to get in. So trust me, it is not easy getting in. Additionally, we also have other positions such as the marketing team, the design team, the social media team, and soon a video editing team. So all these will be, based on selection criteria only, well, for kind of obvious reasons. So before moving on and introducing the team, I'm going to just answer one question about the hackathon. Will the hackathon be effective for first years? Absolutely. You guys are the your target audience, we could say. It's a beginner-friendly hackathon for you guys. Okay, so moving on, let us introduce the team, Hackerspace. Okay, so this is the core team at Hackerspace. I am on the top right in Paris. My name is Aditya. I'm the co-founder and the co-lead at Hackerspace. The one in the center is Dhruv Shetty, who is also the co-founder of Hackerspace. And finally, on the bottom right, you have Anirudh, who is one of the co-members at Hackerspace. But Hackerspace isn't just us three. Hackerspace would have never been possible without the support of our extensive mentor team. Sorry about that. Yeah. So Hackerspace wouldn't have been possible without our extensive mentor team that is constantly trying to actually help you guys out and sort of help you guys learn, always there to solve your doubts and show off all these cool projects. We are going to be introducing all these people right now. So let's just talk about the domains for now. We are going to be introducing all the domains that are there at Hackerspace. And not only that, we are going to show you the projects that are there in these domains so that you guys understand what exactly, sort of goes into these domains and the type of work that is done in these domains. So the first domain that we have is machine learning. Now, I'm pretty sure machine learning is a domain that all of you, it's like a buzzword now, right now. But you guys need to know that machine learning is actually a very old concept. So I am the head mentor for machine learning at Hackerspace. So I will be talking to you guys about what machine learning actually is. So machine learning, in simple words, is basically a branch of AI which helps machines perform tasks without being programmed to do so. And this is something really insane because a few years ago, or actually multiple years ago, you guys would have learned that, machines can't think, machines can't do anything without being programmed. Well, guess what? We are in the future. Machines can. And you will soon be seeing machines do everything from detecting fake news to even, stock price predictions. And there's so much more. In fact, we will be showing you everything right now. So just introducing the people for machine learning. There is me, Aditya, co-founder and co-lead. And there's also Anirudh, who is the other head mentor. And then we wouldn't be able to do this alone. So we have the other mentors. We have Samit and Royston, along with Shreyas and Sudhanva. Now that we've covered all the mentors in machine learning, let us now show you one project that these guys worked on as a part of the Hackerspace summer project. Over to Samit, who will show off his project.
Hey guys, I'm Samit. So I teamed up with Shreyas and Royson to work on this project. The whole idea behind this project was fantasy leagues are super famous these days and a lot of people play it. But the problem is they don't select the team based on skill. They just select the team based on the popularity, which isn't a good thing. So our idea was we wanted to make a model which would predict the best 11 possible given the playing 11 of both teams. The model is simple. It takes in the playing 11 of both the teams. It checks the scores of each player of the last 5 games played by him or her. So, and then it predicts the possible amount of points he would get in the specific fantasy league. And based on the points, it selects the best possible 11 from the 22 players. You can check out the link of the website where you can simulate this, and I shall demonstrate it to you guys now. As you can see, there are 2 games, Australia versus India and Sri Lanka versus England. The website shows the games that are going to start in the next 24 hours. But the problem is none of the games are going to start tomorrow. These 2 games have already started. So we tweaked the website so that they would show these 2 games so that we could demonstrate something for you guys. Let's try to predict the team for Australia versus India game. When I click on the predict, it will redirect to a page where you can select the playing 11 of both the teams. Let's select the playing 11 of Australia. The website was made with the help of web development team of HackerSpace. So thanks web dev guys. And the website is made making sure that you don't have to, you can't select more than 11 players. Let's submit and wait for a few seconds to look at the predicted 11. As you can see, it also shows the captain as well as vice captain. Thanks, Aditya.
So thank you, Samit, for that amazing project. Hopefully, you guys also will be interested to work on similar stuff. Do visit the link that was shown to you. And in case you did miss the link, don't worry. We will be giving you all the links to all these projects later after the entire orientation procedure. In fact, we will also be giving you the entire PPT as well, so you can get all the details that are here. So just to answer another question here, how will we keep up with the activities and the mentoring? This will be answered at the end. So moving on, we have deep learning. And to talk about deep learning, we now have Prajwal, who's going to walk us through what deep learning exactly is. Now over to Prajwal.
Hey guys, I hope you can hear me. I'm Prajwal. So I'm a mentor for deep learning here at Hackerspace. So all of you might have heard of deep learning. It's a very fancy term, and it's attracted a lot of hype, and fairly so. So deep learning is basically it's the next step of machine learning. So it is inspired by the structure and functions of our brain, how our neurons are wired together, and how they understand and think stuff. So we have a mathematical model that kind of simulates how the neurons work. So deep learning models are really, really powerful and can solve problems better than ML with better accuracy. Deep learning algorithms actually date back to the 1990s, but it is widely used and popular right now, mostly because of the good computing resources with GPUs coming in and everything. The applications of deep learning are really extensive. They range from self-driving cars, visual recognition to fraud detection, facial recognition, iPhone, and so on. And deep learning is the fundamentals for anything else you want to do in AI, so like CV or NLP. It is the first step which you must master before moving on to these particular domains. So the head mentor for this domain is Ameya, and the mentors who will be assisting him are Royston and myself, Prajwal. All right, so the next domain is computer vision. I'm also a mentor for computer vision. So what is computer vision? Well, it is a field of study that seeks to develop techniques to help machines see and understand images like we do. It is really trivial for us to see and understand things. We can identify stuff really easily, but it is very, very tricky to get computers to identify or see things like we do. So traditionally, computer vision was done with algorithms and so on, but with the advent of deep learning, it took a drastic turn and with to powerful CNN models. The applications range from facial recognition, healthcare, self-driving cars, signboard processing, and so on. The mentors for computer vision are myself and Ameya, who's the head mentor. All right. So right now, I'd like to show you two of our projects which we worked under the domain of computer vision. Let me share my screen. All right. So I hope you can see my screen. The first particular project is a breed classifier. So this is a model which has been trained on around thousands of images and can identify up to 120 different breeds. But initially, it was trained on a huge data set and was fine tuned to identify dogs with more accuracy. So let me just show you a demo. I hope you can see the website on my screen right now. So as you can see, there's a button here which we can use to upload the pictures. And just to know, if you are using this on a phone, you can take a picture directly and check it out. So let's see if our model correctly identifies the breed of this particular dog. Well, as we can see, we got a result and it seems to be pretty accurate. I'm going to show you one more example before I move to the next project. Let's see if we can identify a bunch of other dogs all together in the same picture. And yeah, it seems that we can identify it really accurately. So guys, please do check this out. The link will be provided to you and you can access it. So moving on to the next project. Our next project is hand detection. It's a deep learning model and it's been used to identify the key points on your hands, and it reproduces that on an empty canvas. So just a disclaimer, if you're running this on your system, it might be a little slow because it depends on the CPU of your system. So as for the particular demonstration, I think you can see my hand being traced on the right side canvas here. Anyway, hi guys. So you can see that it traces my hand pretty accurately with a decent amount of accuracy. It might lag on your systems mostly because of the CPU, because this model is CPU intensive and it takes some time to load. So just keep that in mind. So this is a project and you can check it out again. The links will be provided. So please do reach out to us if you have any doubts in either of them, and ping us on our Discord channel if you want to get started and so on. Thank you guys. Over to Aditya.
Thank you so much for that, Prajwal. So now moving on, we have our next domain, which is natural language processing, and I am the head mentor for NLP. So, what exactly is natural language processing? So, while computer vision deals with images and videos, natural language processing actually deals with text, or rather than text, I would say it deals with languages. And to be more specific, it deals with human languages. Now, human languages are basically the languages that we speak in, that we converse in, that we write in, and so on. And this is an extremely difficult task for machines because you need to understand that machines do not see text the way we do. The way machines see text is basically binary digits of 1 and 0. So NLP has actually found application in a lot of various um, industries and applications today, and they range from simple email spam filters to even voice assistants like Alexa, Google Assistant, or Siri, and so on. In fact, I'm pretty sure all of you have used your mobile phones today, right? I'm pretty sure no one here hasn't used their mobile phone. And guess what? You have also used NLP under the hood. Where have you used NLP? You have used NLP when you are typing these comments, or you have used NLP when you are probably texting your friend, and so on. NLP is also used in predictive text. It is used almost in every place where text has to be used. Trust me, NLP has a lot to do and it has to catch up with computer vision, but it is slowly getting there. So, about the mentors for NLP, there's me, who is also the main mentor for NLP, along with Anirudh, but we are also assisted by Satwik and Shakita. So now, Chakita is going to show us a project that she worked on as a part of her summer internship project. So she was kind of like my student in a way, and she worked on this project. Now over to Chakita, who will be showing us her project.
Hey everyone, so Deepfrost is a random poem generator which uses natural language generation using a specific type of neural network called a gated recurrent unit to generate rhyming sequences, by which essentially I mean a poem, according to a given rhyming scheme. Okay, so let's actually just take a look at Deepfrost in action to kind of understand how it really works. So Deepfrost takes in two inputs, one is the rhyming scheme and the other is the first line of the poem. So basically, the rhyming scheme of a poem tells us how the poem should rhyme, which means which lines of the poem should rhyme. So, and the poem generator builds upon the first line and generates an entire poem, as you can see here. And since this rhyming scheme is A, B, B, and so on, you see the first two lines are rhyming, then the next two lines are rhyming, and so on. Moving on, we have another really interesting project, which was also made as as part of the summer project. Over to you, Satvik.
Okay, hey guys. I'm Satwik, one of the mentors for the NLP domain. As part of the NLP's summer internship, we had done a project on COVID-19 question and answering bot. So, this project provides the latest and accurate information about the ongoing pandemic, which you're all well aware of. So, question and answering is one of the hottest topics in the NLP domain right now. There's a lot of work that's being done, a lot of state of the art models that has been developed too. So, our baseline model here uses is based on an unsupervised approach where, for a given question, our project provides an answer for the same. So we've used similarity metrics and parts of speech tagging to identify the question and to give the most probable answer. So what I mean by this is that we've not directly mapped a question to its corresponding answer. What our model looks is at the context and the meaning associated with the question. So I won't delve too much into the working or the architecture behind our model. Let me quickly switch over to our hosted model, and I'll illustrate it with an example. So as you can see here, we have the COVID-19 question and answering bot. So let's say, what are the common symptoms of COVID-19? And wait for it. Okay, I think there's a bit of a overload on the server. So let me show it. Yeah. So when we ask this question, you can see here, here's the answer. So yeah, that's it about the COVID-19 question answering bot. Over to you, Aditya.
Okay, thank you for that, Satvik. Um, so moving on to our next domain, we have data science. So talking about what exactly is data science. So data science is basically kind of like an interdisciplinary field that uses a lot of various techniques, statistical, algebraic, and more, mainly mathematical, to basically extract various kinds of insights from data. So basically, when you're given large amounts of data, and more amounts of data, there has to be some kind of way to actually know what this data is actually doing or what this data actually means, or to figure out any kind of patterns in this data. In fact, data science actually drives a lot of decisions and analytics in today's world, and it helps businesses actually make huge decisions on what to do, what to not do, and so on. Well, I am not actually the head mentor for for data science. Amya is, and unfortunately, Amya is not available today. So the only mentor for data science is Amya. So if you guys have any kind of queries regarding data science, you guys should definitely contact him, and he's really, really good at it. So our next domain is app development. Now over to Pratik, who will be talking more on the same.
Hey guys, this is Pratik, and I'm here to speak about app development and introduce you to the world of app development. Now, if you're among those people who sit at home and order food in Zomato or book a cab on Ola or just check what your friends are doing on Instagram, you might also be wondering as to how these apps can be built right? If it's really hard to build such apps for the outside world. And let me assure you, these are not very hard to build. Now, app development is a very straightforward and a simple subject to learn. And if you get your basics right, you can build a lot of apps for companies and also earn a lot of money. Now, head mentors for this field are is Dhruv Shetty, who is also the co-founder at HackerSpace. Then there's me, Pratik. We have Stuti from second year, and we have Abhiram and Daniel. Now, before you guys pull your phones out to check the scope of app dev in our country or in near future, let me tell you, app dev obviously has a lot of scope, right? There are a hell lot of users on iOS, on Android, and which is not going to drop anytime in near future. Um, so in your free time, you can just Google app cost calculator, and you'll be amazed to see how much people are willing to pay if you are really skilled at this and can build an app. So without wasting any more time, let me show you one app that we've built as a part of the Hackspace workshop or the summer internship. And here I present Nearby. Nearby is a mental health application in which people can actually record their mood as many times as they want in a 24-hour time frame, and they can also keep a track of the mood, average mood for the month, for the year, and work on it. You know what I mean? Like, if your mood has been a little bad for a couple of days in the past week, you might sit and analyze why it's been so, and then try to improve it over the next week, so you can improve your quality of life. Now, let me show you the app. Okay, here you can see the mood tracker where you get to express. Every time you open the app, it asks you for your current mood. You can choose what mood you have and then choose the intensity. And then that's it. You're done for that section. But wait, there's a lot more to it, to the app. Now there is this graph which shows the average mood of people around you. Now, this is a pretty cool feature because you get to know what your friends are thinking at the same time. Right now, we have a lot of filters as well for this. You can set the age group which you want to consider. If your age group is between and like 18 to 20, and then you can check people in that age group and see what they're thinking right now. Or you can set the distance, the radius around you, which needs to be considered for the same, so you can actually get to know what the modes of people are in your street or in the city or something like that. Or you can also set the time frame. And there's more. We have hashtags. Now, Instagram and Twitter users pretty much know what hashtags are, and we've got them into our app as well. So here you can express your mood or your reaction to a particular hashtag and also see what other people have reacted to the same. Hashtag IPL, hashtag PUBG ban, and stuff like that. What's more, we have a feature where you can enter your own hashtag and ask people to react to it. Now, this is one more cool feature, right? If you have come up with an idea or you didn't want a general opinion on something, you can do that as well and wait for people to react. Um, Now, the future of this app is also pretty good. We want to make this a full stack social media application where you can find people with your same mood or thought process and talk to them, or maybe find support groups if you're feeling depressed and stuff like that. Okay, now speaking about how we build the app, we actually made this with Flutter and Firebase. Now, Flutter is a Google's own offering to the coding community to make app development easier. It has very simple integration of databases, making UI and other stuff as well, which we'll be learning in the course if you join us. We've worked on a lot of apps, like over 10 apps for companies and stuff like that. So you can actually practice and build cool apps like this. All right. Thank you for patient listening. Over to Aditya.
Thank you so much for that, Pratik. That was a lovely app that you showed off. Hopefully, you guys would have at least wanted to install the app and look at all the moods that are around you. So, moving on to our next domain, on kind of like the user experience side, we have web development. And to talk about web development, we have the other core team member, Anirudh. Over to Anirudh for the same.
Hey everyone, I hope you're having fun. So you probably have seen my face a couple of times by now. So yeah, I'm Anirudh and I'm the head mentor for web development at HackerSpace. So you guys probably have a rough idea of what web development is, right? You might have worked on something related to it before. So to summarize it quite simply, web development deals with building applications for the web. So now you might ask, what are web applications, and how are they different from the websites that we worked on earlier? Quite simply, modern websites have evolved to provide much more functionality than simple text and image pages, right? So think of something like Netflix or Google Docs. They're like full functioning applications delivered over the internet. So alongside this evolution of sorts of websites, or conversion of websites into web applications, several languages and frameworks have grown to support the development of such applications. So you guys might have worked with some of them, and the team at Hackerspace have a lot of experience in these. So with a little bit of web dev skills, you can make your projects accessible to the entire world as a web application. In fact, almost all the projects that you're seeing today the front ends have been worked on by the web dev team at Hackerspace. So as Samit mentioned earlier, and we also have another cool surprise waiting for you at the end, because at Hackerspace we like to exceed expectations. So let me introduce the mentors to you. That's me. Quick disclaimer: I don't look like that anymore, so you might not recognize me if you see me in real life. And yeah, that's me. So the other mentors for web development are Mayank, Aditya, and Daniel. You can speak to them over at our Discord server. Back to you, Aditya.
Okay, thank you for that, Anirudh. So as Anirudh said, all the projects that you saw today, all the interfaces were actually designed by the web dev team. So now moving on, we have the next domain, which is robotics. So Sri Krishna is going to talk to us about what exactly is robotics and guide us through it. Over to Sri Krishna.
Yeah, hi guys. My name is Sri Krishna BR, and I'm the domain head for robotics at Hackerspace. Robotics is a multidisciplinary domain which consists of multiple subdomains like electrical and electronics, mechanical structure design, motion planning, control systems, computer vision, MLAI, etc. So it's robotics is essentially a culmination of all of these domains together to form intelligent machines which automates or assists tasks which human beings do and put efforts in. The end goal is to ease the tasks being done by human beings or completely take over the tasks in order to reduce human effort. Let me introduce you to the mentors of robotics. The mentors are me, Sri Krishna, who is the head mentor for robotics, Aditya Mehta and Harshit Kumar MB. The project which we have worked on as a part of Hackerspace Robotics will be shown to you by Harshit and explained.
Uh, Thank you, Sri Krishna. So, hi guys, I'm Harshit. So, here is the demonstration of our project at Hackerspace. So, this is a basic simulation of a drone in ROS. So, we have given a target coordinate in terms of XYZ for the drone to reach and return back. So once the drone moves, we have initiated the PID controller, that is proportionality, integral, and differential controller to manipulate the speed and roll, pitch, and yaw motion of the drone. The PID controller ensures smooth maneuvering during the flight. So this is about the robotics domain, and this is about the project. Hope to see you guys very soon. Over to Aditya.
Thank you for that, Harshit and Sri Krishna. If you guys are really interested in robotics, you should totally contact them to work on some more interesting projects such as that. Um, so moving on to our next domain with this adorably cute penguin over there. We have the next domain, which is Linux systems, and the mentor for that is also Anirudh. So over to Ani, who's going to talk to us about Linux systems.
All right, hey everyone, hello again. So I'm the head mentor for Linux at Hackerspace as well. So, Linux is an operating system kernel that stands out in two ways. One, it is open source. So you can see the code, you can change it, compile it yourself, run a custom version on your system, do whatever you want with it. Secondly, it is extremely versatile and runs on many different kinds of devices, right? Ranging from your smartwatches, smartphones, desktop computers, pretty much any kind of system, right? In fact, Linux is actually the most common operating system in the world. Does that sound odd? You guys are probably used to seeing Windows or Mac OS quite commonly, right? Probably not much of Linux. But almost 95% of the websites currently running in the world are hosted on Linux web servers. And apart from that, as I told you, it's very versatile. So you like devices like smartwatches, device controllers, like lots of things use Linux. So whatever your interest is, whatever you're interested in, you're most likely to meet Linux on your journey. So as I said, Linux is super customizable and you can build your perfect computer environment to work, study, play, do whatever you want. Like over the last 2 years that I have been using Linux, there have been very few things, if any, that I wanted to do on my computer and could not. In fact, like right today before the stream, we were doing some fun stuff on Linux. Maybe if we have time, or I can tell you more about it on Discord. So join the Discord channel for Linux. Um, Currently, I'm the only mentor for Linux, but we have a lot of really smart people over on the Discord channel. So if you want to talk to us, clarify doubts, or just have some discussions with like-minded enthusiasts, join us over at the Hackerspace Linux Discord channel. Over to you, Aditya.
Thank you, Anirudh, for that talk on Linux. So next is a domain that was actually introduced for the first time ever. We have Android kernel development. And to talk about it, we have Dave, who's going to guide us through what exactly is the Android kernel and what do you exactly develop. Over to Dave.
Hey guys, I'm Dev and I'm the head mentor for Android ROM and kernel development at Hackerspace. Android kernel is based on the LTS or the long-term supported version of the Linux kernel and acts as a bridge between the operating system and the hardware components. Custom ROMs are basically aftermarket Android distributions that are based on the Android open source project. They're popular because they offer tons of customization options, offer better privacy, and in some cases even better security when compared to the stock ROM or the stock operating system. Custom kernels are more popular than you actually think. LineageOS alone has over 2 million active installs as of today. Like Anirudh said, Linux is open source, and so custom kernels are pretty popular among Android enthusiasts. I personally maintain Ingenium kernel for Poco F1, which is the device I own. It is compiled with the latest Proton Clang, has tons of features like display control, multiple TCP algorithms, security features like shadow call stack, wake lock blockers, and many more, which aren't even present in the stock kernel that Xiaomi ships the phone with. I also maintain MSM Extended and Pixel Dust for my device, and I'm also a part of the core team of MSM Extended. And I'm the only mentor for Android ROM and kernel development. Back to you, Aditya.
Okay, thank you for that, Dave. So moving on to the next domain, we have automation and web scraping. And to talk about automation and web scraping, we have Arvind, who's going to be guiding us through the same. Over to Arvind.
Hey guys, I'm Arvind Krishna, head mentor for automation web scraping. So, what is automation? Let's say in daily life, we'll be faced with many situations where you're supposed to do the same thing again and again, but you're bored of it. Let's say whenever you turn on your computer, you want to log into like 5 different websites, but you're bored to do it. I mean, honestly, that's not what we are actually intended to do. So you can just write a simple script which will do it for you within seconds. And web scraping is the process of getting useful information from a website, which is usually in a large quantity, automatically using Python extensions like scrapy, numpy, etc. So basically, let's say you are looking to buy a laptop and you're pretty critical about the reviews there. Instead of going through all the 4,000 reviews in an Amazon, just you can just write a script which will scrape all those comments and maybe use NLP or something to analyze the comments and get a final answer. So regarding the products, can you show my screen, Aditya? So yeah, I mean, currently we don't have anything to show about in the automation part, web scraping part, because currently we are working on a scraper which will download all the videos of Peso Academy for you. Because honestly, during exam time, Peso Academy will be pretty crowded. But currently, I can show you this thing. Our own hackerspace bot developed by us. So its name is Choco, and it will do simple tasks like finding mentors for a particular topic, finding help for a particular topic, getting help on it, etc. Let me show a simple demonstration for it. Okay, so by the way, this is our Hackerspace Discord server link. Join it to get more information, and all the announcements, hackathons, etc. will be first shown there, and you'll get to know everything there. So let's say you have a doubt in some topic like NLP. So, but you don't know who to ask. So you can just write a simple command like help, and it will give all the list of available commands. So since you have a doubt in NLP, you can just ask help topic NLP, and it will find the list of mentors who are actually who are actually NLP mentors. So you can just directly ping them. You can get their Discord ID, and you can also get the role, which if you ping will actually tag them in Discord. That's it for now. And don't forget, guys, join the Hackerspace Discord. See you later. Back to you, Aditya.
Okay, thank you for that, Arvind. So this is it for all the domains that we had to show. We are going to now move on to the next section of our orientation, that is how to contact us. Well, by the way, I will be answering all the questions at the end. Um, okay. So how to contact us? Contacting us is very simple. If you need to contact anyone, all of us are on Discord. So all you need to do is join our Discord server at hackerspace-discord. So Discord is our primary communication channel. All our announcements, notifications, etc. They are all made on Discord. So if you guys want to be a part of any of our events, check Discord. That is where we push all our notifications firsthand. In fact, sometimes we even hold a few short discussions on Discord. So we highly recommend joining Discord, because we actually do not have any kind of WhatsApp groups, or Telegram groups, or Signal groups, or any other kind of groups. We have only a Discord, and that is where we try to keep all our communication. If you'd like to see all the projects that were shown off today, go to our GitHub page. You can also visit bit.ly/hackerspace GitHub. All our projects are hosted there, from the cricket team maker to the poem generator and even the bot. So feel free to visit the GitHub page to view all our projects. So social media, since everyone is on social media, we are too. That is our Instagram page. We also have regular question answer sessions, polls, and so on, all on the Instagram page. If you want to be a part of all that social media fun activity, do start following us on Instagram. We are very active on Instagram, and we will continue to be. We also do post a few of our announcements on Instagram, so do join Instagram. So all our sessions, workshops, discussions, and everything else for that matter is recorded, and we will be, uploading them onto YouTube. And I guess that is also how you guys found the link to this orientation. So remember to always visit the channel if you guys have missed any kind of activity and you'd like to know what happened. And finally, for all those of you who are formal and want to join us on LinkedIn, feel free to do so as well. We do have a LinkedIn page, and we do keep updating our LinkedIn with the events that we are organizing. So before we move on to the next final reveal or surprise, um, let me just give a sort of special mention to people without whom Hackerspace wouldn't really have been complete in a way. So, as I had said, Hackerspace was actually formed way back in 2019, and since then, Hackerspace has grown to be the club that it is today. And honestly, we wouldn't have been here without all the support that we have received over all these years, kind of. So, without much ado, let's move on. And here is a special slide dedicated to the first ever Hackerspace team. The people you see in front of you are the people who kind of envisioned the same idea with us, who had the same goals in mind while creating Hackerspace. Um, Unfortunately, a lot of them have left because they kind of ran out of time, and they're also pursuing other opportunities and interests. but they still continue to be active and they do try to help out whenever they can. So a huge round of applause to these guys and a lot of gratitude to these guys, because without them, honestly, Hackerspace wouldn't be Hackerspace. So now we will have a quick question answer session before we move on. So if you have any questions, do start typing them out in the chat right now. I will be trying to answer most of the questions right now. So if you guys have any questions, I will do that. Um, so I'm just waiting for the questions. Meanwhile, just let me just look at a few old questions that had arrived. Can you So Prajwal asks, can you participate in the hackathon in any language? Yes, we can. You guys can participate in the language you are comfortable with. So yeah, that is about that. So someone has asked for the dates of the hackathon. Well, we will be announcing it in the next like few days, like next 2 to 3 days. It will be. Don't worry, it will be before your ESAs. We have kind of scheduled it at a particular time where you guys will be comfortably taking part. What will be the hackathon based? Okay, what will the hackathon be based on? I will keep all hackathon queries for later, because we don't really want to like put out too many details as of yet. Okay, so Vishal has a very good question. Are we going to study all the domains or the selected one? Well, we do not expect you to attend all the sessions, because you would have realized by now there are a lot of sessions, and it isn't going to be possible for someone to attend all of these. While we do, highly advise you to pick only a few of these. And worst case scenario, there's always the recordings on YouTube. If you guys are interested, feel free to attend them whenever you want. So whatever laptop we should get for college, it's a lot domain dependent. It depends a lot on what you're trying to get into. If you guys have any queries like this, feel free to DM. If you're in Discord, you're already part of the club. Yes, you are part of the Hackerspace community. Welcome, Alvin. You're part of Hackerspace. After the ESA might not really be possible, because we have other batches to also take into consideration. What are the domains of the hackathon? Well, you guys should be fortunate that we do not have any domain. We are keeping it open-ended. So if you guys have an idea, feel free to pitch it. We don't have any kind of restriction on the idea, on the domain, on the theme, on the tech stack, anything. It's your hackathon. You want to show an idea, go for it. Okay, I am guessing you are referring to the hash code hackathon. That is completely different, so I will not be talking about that. Sessions will soon kick off. We do have a schedule and we might be sharing it with you soon. Expect all announcements to come up very quickly. Just after the orientation. Preparations are already underway and we have already planned out a lot of stuff for you guys. This will not be an algo-based hackathon. I think you are confused with competitive programming. So yeah, this is basically where you design solutions to problems that exist. Well, since the hackathon is conducted by us, we cannot really take part. I mean, you can't really take part in something that you're organizing, right? What are the prerequisites? All you need is an interest to participate. That's it. We don't even have a registration fee. So yeah, everything's going to be online. Just if you're interested, if you have the passion and you want to build something cool, feel free to take part in the hackathon. Okay, so I will not be answering any more hackathon questions. All of these will be answered later in probably a different discussion about what exactly is a hackathon and probably like some kind of pointers on what to do in a hackathon. So we are going to move on to the next part of our orientation, kind of like the last part of our orientation. So we are here at the next launch event, and we are really pumped to actually show you this thing because it is something we actually spent a lot of effort and time and sweat and a lot of work went into this thing. In fact, the reason we put in so much of time into this is because it was supposed to be for your entire batch, and it is going to be for your entire batch. And as usual, we asked our community to guess our surprise, and we actually received quite a few close guesses. So again, I'm going to ask you guys, start commenting what your guess is. I'm going to take in exactly 10 more guesses and then move on what this surprise could be. Some of you said it would be something like Stack Overflow, and some of you, I think, said it was a course, and so on. So, what do you guys think? What is it going to be? It's something for the entire community. We wouldn't leave our community out of it. A giveaway. Nerve gas. Well, no, bro. Okay, a few more guesses, and I am going to move on. Okay, so we are going to move on and we are going to show you what it is, and you guys are going to guess instead. Okay, we are going to show you and guess. So, what do you guys think this is? What do you guys think this could be? I am hoping all of you do understand what this thing is, and we are extremely excited to show you the Hackerspace blog. So, a fully functional blog available to every single member of the community, and the beautiful part of it, it was made completely by Hackerspace. None of it was, everything that you see, everything that you will see for that matter, it is a blog, and yes, you will be able to post content, you will be able to modify content, you will be able to read articles, you will be able to get news, and so on. So moving on and talking about the blog. The blog is not only going to be for us, the blog is going to be for you guys, the blog is going to be for the community. The blog and the website was actually developed by a web dev team. So a huge round of applause to this web dev team for making this blog for you guys. As I said, it will not only allow you guys to post, it will allow everyone to post. It will be part of the Hackerspace website. All your projects, all our announcements, all our videos, everything will be there. And if you think that we would have compromised on the quality, guess what? You're wrong. For those of you who know what Markdown is, so Markdown is a type of an editing language or a formatting language that can be used to create very beautiful articles or documents and such. The blog supports complete Markdown editing, so you guys will be able to actually, form articles and so on. And just to show you what it can, I am actually going to post an article right now and show you what it's going to look like. So just give me a moment to share my screen. So as you guys can see, this is the Hackerspace website along with the Hackerspace blog. So there's Hackerspace, our kind of like a co-principal, the address, and the ways to contact us. And let's just go to the main point of our blog. If you go to blog, you will see there are already a few articles that have come in. do visit these articles. These were written by the mentors themselves. And there is a small little Hello World article that was written for the first ever post. So let's quickly create a post and see how it looks like. So I'm going to choose my name and I'm going to be like, welcome to. So as I said, this is a Markdown blog. So, so, so welcome freshers, and let's put this in bold. And what else I can do is I can actually put emojis. So let's put in a heart there because we love you guys and we love Hackerspace. And this is how it's gonna look like. Welcome freshers. Hope you guys are having a great time. And if you're fine with it, just save post. And this is how it's gonna look like. And if you visit the blog now, as you can see, welcome to the orientation is here. And this is what the blog is gonna look like. So do visit the other articles. As you can see, here is a starter article on machine learning. And this has actually been written by Sumit, who likes to put in a few meme content while talking about his stuff. But yeah. So this is a Hackerspace blog. So moving on to our presentation again. Just give me a second. Yes. So this is the blog for everyone, but unfortunately, the blog is actually still in its testing phase. So you guys will be able to read articles. You guys will be able to access all the articles, read them. You guys will be able to get access to all the other things such as the GitHub page, the notification channel, and so on. But unfortunately, you will not be able to post articles right now. And the reason for that is that we are still kind of testing it and we are trying to make it a very seamless experience so you guys have absolutely no issues at all using the blog. But if you guys are really interested in contributing articles, all you have to do is visit Hackerspace Blog Summit, contribute an article, and we will post the article for you, giving you every single credit that there is. And don't worry about us stealing your credit. As you can see, we will post it in your name. And yes, that is the point of the blog. Everyone will be able to post articles, not only me, not only the team, but the entire community as well. Soon you will be able to create user profiles and upload articles and blog posts. As of now, it is not immediately possible, but we are working on it. For now, you will need to sort of submit your article to that form, and we will post it for you. Right now, this is a workaround, and soon, probably by the end of January or February, it will be live for everyone. And that actually brings us to the end of our orientation. Hope you guys had an absolutely fantastic time watching this. We did put in a lot of projects to show you guys, and we hope you guys really like them. We hope you guys learned a lot about Hackerspace. You guys now know what the club is about, and hopefully, at least the takeaway from this is the fact that that Hackerspace is not a hacking club. We have this presentation will be sent to you guys. It will be uploaded on all our platforms, Discord, Instagram, so on. So don't worry about that. So I'm going to answer the last few set of questions if there are any. So do upload any questions if you have any right now. Thank you guys for attending the orientation. It means a lot to us. This orientation has also been recorded, so if your friends have missed out, you know where to direct them. A huge round of applause to our mentor team, without whom we would not be here. A huge round of applause to the projects they made and the work they put in. A huge round of applause to the web dev team for building the interface for this projects, as well as the entire goddamn blog. Um, Huge round of applause to everyone who was involved with Team Hackerspace. Hope you guys really liked it. The question answer floor is still open, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to let us know. When are you gonna? Okay, so there is a question here. When are you gonna start workshops? Workshops are actually scheduled to begin after your first ISAs. So hopefully all of you know what the domains are about, and you guys will be able to get started on any domain of your interest. Hopefully you guys will now know which domain kind of is attractive to you, and you guys can start working. I will not be answering any hackathon queries right now, so please do not ask any kind of hackathon queries. This is just for the orientation. Any kind of hackathon queries can be directed to me directly, or just wait for a discussion on the hackathon to come up. Don't worry, we will have a discussion to talk you through what a hackathon is. So we are not going to throw you into the deep end. We are going to throw you into the deep end after giving you those floats. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. This stream will actually be closed in like 5 minutes. Hope you guys had an amazing evening and a good day at college, I guess. Just a reminder, we will be sharing this presentation, so you guys will be able to contact any of the mentors if you need to. Everyone have a happy weekend, even though there is class tomorrow, unfortunately. So going back, we will be sharing everything, the presentation, the links to all the projects. As you guys notice, all the projects are hosted online, so you can, play around with them. For all those of you who actually have pets at home, try to, take a picture of your dog or cat or whatever else you have at home, and try to see if our model works. In fact, why don't you just try taking a picture of yourself and looking at the results. If you find any kind of weird, funny results, feel free to post it on your story and tag the Instagram page. We would happily reshare the stories. Thank you for that. But a larger thank you goes out to you guys, because as I said, Hackerspace is community driven, and you guys are the reason we are here. Hope you guys had an absolutely fantastic time attending this. We had an even greater time putting this up for you. You will soon be receiving news of all our activities, sessions, workshops, contests, and much more. You guys are the ones who literally make Hackerspace one of the largest developer communities on campus, and hopefully you guys will one day hopefully make it the largest developer community on campus. It is almost 9 o'clock, and I am going to be signing off now. So thank you once again. My name is Aditya. co-founder, co-lead of Hackerspace. Thank you so much, guys, for attending today, and have a wonderful evening. See you guys.